Hi, I'm Phyllis and my website is southernfrugal.com. Today I wanted to talk to y'all about washing poultry and meat. Now, over the last 6.5 years, I have gotten lots of comments from folks who say that you should wash chicken and you should wash meat, and I've made videos when people were shocked that I did not wash the meat or the poultry. So I wanted to do this little short video about that. Now, right now I'm looking at the U.S. government's website, the United States Department of Agriculture, and I want to just read you the opening paragraph. Historically, we equate washing to cleanliness. We wash clothes, linens, cars, dishes, and ourselves. So it is logical that many people believe meat and poultry can be made cleaner and safer by washing it. Is this true? Does washing meat, poultry, eggs, fruits, vegetables make them safer to eat? Now, this is of course only dealing with poultry and beef, pork, lamb, veal, and that really meat and poultry. So basically what it's saying is the problem with washing any of those things is that you get cross-contamination likelihood, unless you wash down everything with a Clorox and water solution. So this includes your hands, everything. So when you're washing something in the sink, little spatters that you might not even notice can get on anything around the sink, including your floor. So washing the meat or the poultry, you might wash some down the drain, but most of it's going to stay right where it was. So the only way to really kill the bacteria is the heat. So like today I am making chicken thighs for both the dogs, and I'm going to use some of it to make some chicken pies. So I take it out of the carton that it comes in and put it right in the Instant Pot, add water, and it's going to get up to a high enough temperature that any bacteria that happen to be there, which is probably a lot, will be killed. You cannot get rid of all the bacteria by simply washing chicken, nor can you get rid of it by simply soaking the chicken. So the same applies to all kinds of roasts. Now, I never ever wash any of those things. Now, my answer, which has kind of been a smart aleck answer really, when people wrote comments and said, oh, you didn't wash that chicken, oh, you didn't wash that roast, and they go over this spiel about how you should wash everything like that, and my kind of pat answer to them is always a question. How do you wash your hamburger? It's logical, isn't it? How do you wash hamburger? You don't. And hamburger probably has more bacteria than any of the aforementioned things. Think about it, it probably does. So you have to cook it to kill the bacteria. So anyway, I wanted to do this little short video so I probably don't ever have to answer that question again on why didn't you wash that chicken. So I'm going to leave a link right down below of the government, United States Department of Agriculture's website, so that y'all can read for yourself about the problems with cross-contamination. Now, you can probably safely assume that any meat or poultry that you get from the store is going to have bacteria on it, and probably enough to make you sick. So you definitely need to cook it to exactly the right temperature or above to make it safe to eat, which most all of us do anyway. But the washing it, and I mean, how many surfaces are going to get splattered? I'm not talking about big obvious splatters, but little specks of water that can get around your sink, the handles of your sink, the little off and on part of it, around the front edge of your everything. So you really, the only way to be really truly safe and sure that everything is okay is to get the meat or the poultry at the right temperature to kill the bacteria. So just washing, I don't really care how much you wash, you're never going to get it all off. So one of the things that people mentioned was soaking it in salt water. Another was soaking it in vinegar, I'm talking about poultry now, soaking it in buttermilk, which is supposed to tenderize it, and I guess it does because a lot of people do it. But the fact remains, even then, what you've really done is contaminated the buttermilk, probably. So then when you pour the buttermilk out, does any little speck splash anywhere? Are you real careful? Or do you just clean your kitchen down after you've done all this with a vinegar, not vinegar, but a Clorox and water solution? So, I mean, that's a whole bunch of trouble. And you don't even, I mean, unless you just clean everything, you got to let it sit for a little while for the Clorox to kill the bacteria. You can't just wipe it off and then dry it off or rinse it off. You've got to leave it sitting for a while. And the other thing, when you're cleaning your sink with a Clorox solution, you have to clean it first with something that will get rid of any debris, like any little specks of anything that have gotten on the sink. I'm not talking about chicken now, I'm talking about anything, grease spots and everything. You have to clean all that off, then you do the Clorox solution. So anyway, I wanted to do this video, and I sure hope I didn't make anybody mad, but I know a lot of older cooks just live by you got to wash your meat, and I think some of the younger folks think that too, but we need to get a lot more information on that so you know how you should be handling meats and poultry. And I'm sure the same thing applies to fish too. So anyway, that's all I got to say on that. And so next time somebody says something about me not washing anything, I'm going to refer them to this video, and hopefully y'all will go. This is just a one-page little piece. Actually, it's more than one page. It looks like 2 or 3 pages. And they also give you a number that you can call if you've got further questions. And I'm sure someone will be there to answer those questions, except for the government shutdown. They might not be there. But anyway, this will sort of help you to know what happens when you cross-contaminate your food or your area where you're working, or even with your hands. And they do say that you need to be, really washing your hands at least 20 seconds. And of course, you all know if you're handling poultry, some can get under your fingernails that you miss. So you need to make sure that your hands are totally clean. Now, what I do usually is use a plastic glove, because that way I don't have to sterilize my hands. And if I have run out of plastic gloves before, and what I end up doing is spraying my hands with the Clorox solution, and then they feel slimy. It's like a Clorox cleaner. And but I just don't feel like they're clean unless I do that. So mostly I try to handle stuff like that with gloves on, but I do run out of the gloves sometimes. All right, y'all, tell me what you think, because I know you're going to. We'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.